What's up, you guys? UFO Proof here. Well, today we're going to discuss UFOs and the deep state, industrial, military industrial complex, government, MIB, shit like that. So if you have any thoughts on the subject and you want to come and share those thoughts with us, you can go to the comment section on YouTube and there will be a link in there for anyone who wants to come on and join us. And don't be afraid to come on and come and say what's up. I mean, if you're crazy, sure, I'm going to throw you out, but at least you'll get your 15 minutes or whatever. So, yeah, just remember that if you join the Hangouts, to turn down your YouTube or just turn it off and just watch through Google Hangouts. That way there's no echo or anything like that. And today, if you come on here, if you're not talking, then I'm just going to eject you because you're just taking up space for other people who want to come on. So we're going to make sure that you're actually in the conversation today and they're not people just sitting there, fucking washing dishes while we're doing our live broadcast or whatever, So if you're not talking, you're getting booted, All right. So let me put the link up here in the comment section. What's going on, Snooch? Sebastian, Derek, how you guys doing? Doing good? Here is the link in the comment section. Please feel free to join. Come say what's up. Fast Rod, how you doing, James? Doing good? It's going good, brother. What up, Leroy Jenkins? What up, Collins? How you doing, buddy? So right now, I'm just kind of saying what's up to all the other proofers who will come on here. And I know you guys can't see their comments, which kind of sucks. It'd be so much easier if you guys could. Who we got on here?
Yo, what's up, Kyle?
Hey, what up, Raphael? How you doing, buddy?
Cooking.
Doing good? What are you doing? Are you cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking.
Didn't you just hear what I said? I straight up said anyone who comes on here, if they're not talking, if they're sitting there doing dishes or something, I'm kicking them out. Just so you know that.
I'm talking. But anyway, I'm not long here. Anyway. So what's the topic today?
We're talking about the UFO deep state. Hey, what up, QVid?
Hello, gentlemen.
Did you catch the beginning of this episode? Did you catch the beginning of what I said?
No.
No, probably not. I straight up said anyone who comes on here who's not today is getting booted off.
Yo, then see you later.
Face up here. So make sure you're part of the conversation. All right, QVid. And say bye. All right. You better be in the fucking conversation.
Okay.
All right, good deal. So we're talking about the UFOs in the deep state. What the fuck happened to Raphael?
I think you scared him off.
Did I scare him off? Probably because he
so.
was cooking food. I don't know, dude. Well, let's have a cigarette while we're waiting for motherfuckers, dude. Literally, I see you getting ready to roll one. I was getting ready to roll one too.
Has to be done, doesn't it?
Right? Oh shit, man. So yeah, shit, Raphael, the Austrian Taliban, that's funny. He left because of my policy. Oh well, too bad. He'll be back.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah, it's funny. It sucks. So like when I got people who come on here and they don't say a fucking word the whole time, and you got other people in the comment section who want to come and join, but they can't because it's all the way full. I'm like, oh well, fuck, that sucks. So I'm like, okay, I got to start just telling people, if you're not part of the conversation, I'm just gonna boot you out so we can make way for other people.
That's not a problem, mate. You should know me by now. I don't speak very often, but if I feel as though I should, I do.
What up, Peter Williams? Doing good? Smoky Pot, what up, buddy? Yeah, you get kind of a pass, QVid, because you've been with the channel forever and you never say shit anyway. But
fuck you, God.
Not as good as I've seen. Some. Oh, so Fast Rod 43 said He stayed up till 5 in the morning watching meteors. Not as good as I've seen in the past, but someone told me tonight is the peak, so we will see. Yes, that's right. It's nice. It's the meteor shower, and it sucks out here, James. Fucking, I have no sky, Cupid, nothing. There's fucking, you can't see. I mean, at one point, man, I could make out like 3 or 4 stars, dude. It's fucking, it's ridiculous, man. What up, Adil? How you doing, buddy? Look at the thumbnail for this video. What's the thumbnail? What's it look like? Can you see it? I haven't seen what it looks like. A whole nother page on YouTube. Crap. Let's see here. I gotta see it.
It's just you looking at the camera gormlessly.
Oh. That's pretty normal, dude.
300, 700, even up to $1,000 of free furniture or accessories with every mattress
That's what I'm
purchase.
trying to do. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh no, I can't go home. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to be discussing UFOs in the deep state. I'm a little distracted right now. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh my God, fucking dude, work. So I had to last night. Oh yeah, you know, I fucking I had to reset their fucking computer and erase. There's a picture of you, dude, on the live chat or whatever, on the thumbnail, Cupid.
Right.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's a nice picture of you.
I don't take many nice pictures.
You know. What up, Gyro 420? Rob, how you doing, buddy? Donald Trump is willing to release JFK classified info. Trump is supposed to do more JFK files this week. Yeah, I bet, dude. You know. Video homunculus. Oh yeah, that's fucking stupid with the chicken and the sperm or some shit, dude. Something like that.
Oh, have you seen some of them, Kyle?
What do you mean there's no thumbs down yet? Are you serious? They haven't woke up yet, dude.
Oh.
The fucking goddamn trolls.
What up, fuckers?
Who's on here?
This is Dave.
Hey, Dave, you son of a bitch. How the fuck you been doing?
Oh, I've been all right, man. Just kind of staying busy. I saw you pop on here. Figured I'd say hey.
I haven't seen you in a fucking couple of months, dude. For you, hell yeah. Apparently you've been real fucking busy. How long did it take you to make dabs?
I quit doing that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you did, dude.
Well, I still smoke my dabs. I don't make my dabs.
You didn't upgrade to meth, did you?
No, I just
He's cooking.
Oh, I dropped my fucking dab rig. Ah.
What are you doing in the garage, man?
Piddle farting around out here. I got a hard top on a Jeep I got to fix. It's got like 5 feet worth of crack in it, and I got to rebuild all of it.
Damn, that sucks.
There. Oh, dude, it's ridiculous.
You fucking joined in, man. Good. I haven't seen you forever. You know. For all you guys who don't know,
how you been?
Deadwood. Good. Let me see that. Oh, shit. Good.
Goes all the way across. Price you pay when you're out playing in the hills, being kids.
Oh yeah. So what are you grinding? Are you sanding that down now and what, painting it?
Yeah, I'm gonna grind it all out and cut it down and then refiberglass it back in and body fill it.
Oh yeah, dude.
So what's the topic for the day, brother?
UFOs in the deep state. You know, I want to start off by saying that, you know, when it comes to both Tyler and Third made some more whack videos for you to debunk. I'll have to go and check them out and see which ones did. You know, Oh, I'm reading the comments here. What are you saying? Rather horrendous echo.
All for me?
Yeah. Oh, Dave, you got YouTube on?
I'm just on earbuds and don't have YouTube on.
Turn your YouTube all the way down.
Like, do you have just on the cell phone. It's off.
Device.
I'll bounce. If I say I'm just on Google Hangouts, I don't have YouTube on. But if it's echoing, man, I'll bounce out of here.
All right, brother. We'll see. You'll be in the comment section. All right, buddy. Yeah, I could hear that echo too, man. I heard Secure Team 10 has genital warts. I don't know where you heard that. That's fucked up.
He didn't catch them off me.
I can't stand that Blake Cousins. He sounds like a pedo. Blake's cool, dude. Damn it, I'm working. Ah, shit, that's like Sean. You're missing the good stuff. Oh, yeah, this is one you would love, dude. Just fucking UFOs in a deep state, man.
When you say Kyle in the deep state, what do you mean exactly?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, for me, I think of the deep state as the military industrial complex, you know? So like, you know, the Pentagon, you know, basically like the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and then like the all the alphabet intelligence agencies, you know, FBI, CIA, NSA, shit like that, NOR, you know. Last night, I was waiting. Yeah, sorry about that. I had some issues with my computer. I had to reset and erase everything on my computer. So I literally have fucking 4 things on my computer, and they're all like video making you know, like software that I had like purchased and downloaded. So that was the shit I couldn't get rid of. And like everything else is had to fucking go. So it's like I had to do like a total fucking reset on everything, dude. It fucking like, here, look, I'll show you guys, man. I mean, obviously, you guys have seen my my desktop before, you know. So look, I fucking got rid of everything, dude. Here's a new video that I'm working on. That Igor video I told you guys about. This is some music. And this is just a fucking picture. And then this is basically what I got. I was like, I have to go and fucking like download all my shit again, and you know, it fucking sucked, dude. You know, this is like what I was able to download this morning and stuff. So that kind of fucking sucked, man. So that's why we were having some technical issues, and I wasn't able to get on last night, but here we are today. So back to the deep state of UFOs. So I consider the deep state to be, you know, the intelligence agencies and the Pentagon, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and, you know, basically shit like that. And, you know, I don't even know if the Joint Chiefs are in on it, or, you know, like I'm trying to think. I don't know where like this, you know, any kind of group that would be like MIB, okay, that would be like people searching for UFOs or whatever, or have info, you know, UFO information. I don't even know what they would be a part of. Would they be a part of the CIA, you know, Central Intelligence, because they gather all the intelligence, you know, or would it be a part of the FBI, because a lot of the UFO incidents happen here in America, so have like a fucking little wing where, you know, they have a couple of people who go and study the subject, or shit like that. I don't fucking know. What do you think, dude?
I would think they'd have a special department for it, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, you know, it's like, let's see what's, you know, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Let's see what they're saying on YouTube. What do you think about Stephen Greer? He has ties to the Rockefellers or someone, doesn't he? He's a fucking chode. All right, that's all I know, man. I was gonna realize I had a lizard tongue. How fucked am I? Very fucked, duh. Yeah, Stephen Greer fucking makes up so much bullshit, fucking robs people for money, dude. He's a fucking con man. You know, oh yeah, cool, I'm gonna take you out and show you some fucking satellites and claim that I fucking summoned them, and you know, fuck him, dude.
Information like that can't
I
just
agree with
be.
Sean. I half like Stephen Greer. I agree with you on that, Sean, because I do like the fact that he's bringing attention to the subject. I just don't like the way that he is doing it, you know? What'd you say, Cupid?
I wouldn't think that the type of information we would like to hear would be known, like, if you join the CIA, because too many people would know it. So it has to be an individual department, whether it's CIA or whether it's whatever, but it has to be a small department, because otherwise everybody would fucking know about it. You'd get that many whistleblowers. You know,
Yeah.
it's got to be something hidden behind the scenes. And I'm sure if a craft has ever come to this planet and been found, that is so fucking top secret. I mean, imagine the kind of technologies that they could get from finding something that big that has come from outer space, or finding a bloody big craft, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
back engineering it and all of that lark. You know, like the stories we've heard from Area 51 and all that.
Exactly.
It would have to be super top secret. And I'm sure even the likes of Trump wouldn't be told the likes of that shit.
They're not telling Trump shit, dude. It's the same reason,
Exactly.
You know, asked to see stuff on aliens in Area 51, you know, and they're like, no, you know, like I know Jimmy Carter asked for stuff, you know, they all asked to hear it. I guess what I've heard is that they're told of the existence of them, but they're told that there's nothing we can do about them, that we have know very little about them, and that there's nothing we can do about them. And so basically it's just, you know, it is what it is, you know, like it's hard to study them, you know, like I mean, and I could see that, dude, you know, like it could be very, very difficult to study something like that. You know, you have to be smarter than them, you have to be able to outthink them, which would be, you know, next to fucking impossible. You know, you have to be able to predict what they're going to do or something, and I mean it's going to be really hard. But you know, that's why you have like Project Blue Book. We have something where they're investigating for 20 years. You know, it wouldn't take anybody 20 years to figure out that fucking Santa Claus doesn't exist. You know, I mean, like, so if it wasn't fucking real, you're telling me it took our fucking Air Force 20 years of investigation and millions of dollars and man hours to find out that it don't fucking exist? No, it took them 20 years to realize they can't fucking study it like they want, you know, like, you know, this is all they know, that it exists, and that's about it, you know. And so, and then you can't tell the people, and that's, I mean, then that's makes perfect sense. That the big rule is you just can't tell the people. If you tell the people, they're gonna lose their fucking minds. And you know, the Joint Chiefs of Staff and, you know, the CIA, all the, you know, intelligence agencies, they do have the right to keep information from the president. Okay, it's called plausible deniability. So they have that right. There's no need for them to tell the president anything about aliens if they don't want to. You know, some presidents they might tell, others they might not. You know, they're not telling Trump shit. You know,
Well,
guaranteed.
Do you think Project Blue Book was actually what it was supposed to be, or was it kind of a cover up? Because, you know,
I think it was.
They came out with a lot of them. Oh, it was fucking smog gas and shit like that. You know, some of the explanations were a bit poor.
I think that J. Allen Hynek, this is what's interesting, and what I really like about it is when he started, he was a straight up skeptic. He was an astronomer, you know, he was an academic, and he you know, he went out with a fucking open mind, or claimed to go out with an open mind, but he had admitted earlier that he didn't have an open mind. He went in there knowing, he's like, they don't exist. It doesn't exist. It's fucking, you're gonna have to fucking prove it to me. I'm not gonna be open enough to just say, oh yeah, you know, like you had to fucking, he had to see the evidence of it. So he was a denier. And he was the guy who actually came up, who coined the whole fucking swamp gas theory. You know, it was J. Allen Hynek, and the leader of the fucking of Project Blue Book. Well, after 20 years of him investigating UFOs, at the end, he came out and said, UFOs exist 100%, and they come to visit Earth, and they're occupied by extraterrestrials. Before, he wouldn't ever say anything near that, you know, but in the end, he ended up, after all the evidence he had gathered, you know, he said, this is what it is, you know, and he took the legitimate cases and he compared them, and, you know, after aggregating them all together, he could see the things that, you know, match up, you know, where this case says this happened and this case says this happened, and he could match up the details and realize, okay, so these certain things, whenever someone's telling a story that has these certain fucking criteria involved in it, then this is how you can judge on what's a legitimate case, you know. And that being said, that must mean that the shit is true, you know. This is like empirical evidence, you know, that it must be fucking true if people are saying it and they're able to, you know. This is from all around the world, you know. Even though Project Blue Book didn't study stuff all around the world, he did eventually start studying from other cases from around the world and from all around America, and, you know, putting them all together. But let me see what we got on YouTube. Yeah, Peter Williams is saying, yep, he started as a skeptic but ended as a believer. Absolutely.
And if he ended up as a believer, then he must have seen some shit. To go from, if he was a true skeptic, if he became a believer, then he knows something we don't.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, I mean, absolutely. Blue Book was true. They turned mis and disinformation. Jay Allen says Air Force always gave answers. Was curious. Adhill saying the intelligence agencies only feeds to the presidents that are establishment puppets that are real easy to control. Absolutely. You know. Yeah. You know, basically any president who's going to who they could say, okay, this guy, he's trustworthy to keep his mouth shut. You know, like they probably told Obama, you know, Obama's going to go and, you know, fucking, he's going to be giving speeches to Goldman Sachs and shit like that. And, you know, he's a corporate puppet. He's a fucking sellout, you know? And so if they're saying, hey, do this, then he's going to do it. You know, he's the kind of guy who fucking, you know, follows the fucking rules, you know. Now, Trump isn't. Trump will do what he wants to do. And it doesn't matter what anyone says. He's just going to do what he wants to do. But, you know, doing that means he's not going to get the information that other presidents would get. You know, they're going to deny him that information, especially because he's addicted to Twitter, you know. And I mean, fucking, that's like the fucking worst thing you could do is, you know, start tweeting out like our plans and our fucking secrets and shit like that, you know, which has already begun to happen. But, you know, but I could see them denying Trump the, you know, certain stuff, you know. But I'm sure he's gonna, like this, they're talking about these JFK files, you know. I would love to see that. And how much you want to bet it's gonna have something to do with the fucking feds, with the Federal Reserve, dude. How much you want to bet, dude? Oh, well, motherfuckers. Gas Mask says, I have no masters. Yes, you do. Shut up.
Yeah, when you were talking about the JFK incident,
yeah,
it got me because I was watching a video. Do me a favor, pass me a couple of beers, mate.
Alex Platt, hang on. Alex Platt is saying, he's asking if you know if it's possible to see satellites with the naked eye. I'm going to tell you, yes, 100%. You can see satellites with the naked eye. Go ahead, Cupid.
Yeah, I was watching a transcript of what Ruby actually said when he went to court.
Yeah, what'd he say?
Well, basically, he started talking about the previous day. I think it was the Thursday, and what had been going on in his life, calls he'd been getting, all crazy fucking shit. It really was. And he never actually spoke about the assassination. And the people who were trying to ask him questions, he ended up asking them questions. And he basically said that he wasn't prepared, with all the people that were in the room at the time, to talk about the actual matter, unless they would take it to like, right, hold on one sec, I've got an issue here. I'm gonna have to leave the call, close down some shit, because I've still got a Discord open, which shouldn't be.
All right, go for it, buddy.
Back in a sec.
All right. All right. So, what up, Jason Balance? How you doing, buddy? Yeah. Gas mask is saying you have to get away from light pollution to see them well. Yes, that is absolutely true. If you have any kind of light pollution, you're not seeing shit. One, you're missing out on the fucking stars in general. If you are in a city, you know, even in your small little fucking podunk town, if you have a bunch of street lights around you, you're not seeing the sky like the fucking stars. It fucks it all up for you, you know. Gyro 420 saying it started as Project Sign. That's true. It started as Project Sign, and then it switched into Project Grudge. Fucking excellent name. And then on to Project Blue Book. In other words, he has to get his own beer out of the fridge, right? You know, so I think getting back to the deep state, I think they're going to deny, you know, most presidents. I'm sure that people like, you know, George Bush Sr. Was probably let in on it. I mean, he was the director of the CIA for fucking ever, you know. The Joint Chiefs of Staff, on the other hand, I mean, what's up, Mark White? You doing good, brother? I've been our friend Mark White has been having some issues lately, and has not been doing well, but hopefully he's doing better now. So if everyone wants to fucking wish him well and hope, you know, speedy recovery so he can get his ass back on here and functioning again. You know, we love having you on here, buddy. Yeah, I think that Jason Balance is saying, I live in a city, can't see anything at all. Oh yeah, dude, now that fucking sucks, man. What up, Harry Toe? How you doing, brother? Doing good? We're discussing UFOs in the deep state, and I was just discussing the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and you know they look at it like, you know, presidents, they come and go. You know, these guys are going to be here for 30 years in some cases. You know, so it's fucking, first I could see them denying a president access to, you know, certain information. In fact, I could see them denying directors of these intelligence agencies. I could see them denying an FBI director or a CIA director, anyone that's appointed by a new term president. And so these guys are new term, considering that president can, you know, put anybody in, people who have nothing to do, who have no background in law enforcement and shit, could be put in charge of the CIA and stuff. And I could see them keeping it from them as well, you know. Bill Clinton on Jimmy Kimmel told us. Hey, he didn't tell us shit, man. Hey, what up, Jack? How you doing, brother? Doing good? Talk Ab Carl Rosin. I don't know who that is. I gotta run to the weed store and be back in 10 minutes. All right, man. Pick one up for me. Yeah, I think yeah, I don't think like and I don't say just the military industrial complex is the deep state, as opposed to also like the Federal Reserve, you know, banksters, and you know, maybe even some maybe even some corporations, you know. What up, Don John? They're all talking about weed stores in the comment section. You know, they're like, there's no weed stores. There's no fucking all. You know, like half the people on my channel are from the other side of the fucking planet, man. You know, but in America, fucking, we got you guys all beat, dude. Hey, before, remember when it all used to be, oh, Amsterdam, we're all going to Amsterdam. Fuck Amsterdam, dude. Ha. You know, there you go. Snooch just made a good point. Lockheed, you know, Lockheed Martin, absolutely. See, even some, like, I would consider them part of the deep state. You know, Don, we're talking about like UFOs in a deep state, and I was saying how, you know, even the Federal Reserve, you know, people with the money are going to be part of it somewhere, and even some corporations. And Snooch had pointed out like Lockheed Martin would probably definitely be involved in it. You know, the people in the know will be anyone in high up in military intelligence, and higher up counter intel, basically anyone who wouldn't have the need to know anyone else is getting the same BS story as us. Correct. You know, my friend, and that's from Jason Valance. Adil is saying, my friend has an internship in Northrop Grumman, and he has a top secret clearance and a gag order. And Snooch is pointing out another one, Raytheon. Don John and Snooch both pointing out Raytheon. Absolutely, man. You know, so exactly, a lot of these corporations are going to have, you know, especially Raytheon. You know, they definitely got to have some kind of fucking, and then places like DARPA. You know, you assume some of the people at DARPA are going to know. You know, the Vatican, I doubt it. You know, they might have more information on ancient aliens than they would UFOs. You know, what up, Franco? Talk about Tom DeLonge? No, I don't think so. We're talking about UFOs in a deep state. You know, but Philip James Corso from nowhere to Roswell, then demoted. Why? Well, because you know, possibly because he was full of shit. You know, I mean, that could be a reason. You know, but you know, and it's funny too because you know, I own the book The Day After Tomorrow, and Dom DeLonge is officially teaming up with DARPA. You know, he might be, but not that I read, man. You know, but maybe some people from DARPA, but they're not going to clearance. He's a civilian, so that doesn't make any sense. You know, I just don't believe it, dude. But I have to see some. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's fucking impossible. But I'd have to see some actual evidence supporting that. Tom DeLonge is a new Linda Moulton Howe. Linda fucking Howe is a nut job, dude. You know. Yeah, good people, but misinformed by people in positions. Absolutely, man. You know. You know. This is a fact. It's true. Well, get find me a source so I can look that up, or you know, so I don't have to go and Google everything. And but if you tell me a source, I can go and find that out. You know, if it's just Tom DeLonge on his website saying it, well, it's fuck, dude. He also says that fucking UFOs were supposed to be revealed a year ago. So, you know, DeLonge is a con artist. You know, I don't know about that. I think he's interested, but you know, Bigelow is interesting though. He absolutely is, Mr. Sevensby. You know, one being a fucking billionaire. All right. And then, you know, being involved in space and everything. And then also, you know, basically taking over MUFON. You know, MUFON probably wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for Bigelow, you know? So as you can talk all the shit you want about him, but I mean, I give him props because he keeps MUFON afloat, you know? I fucking love Buckethead. Yeah, Tom DeLonge is just misinformed. Yeah, you know, and so now wouldn't that be funny if Security Team 10 got it right and said, and said, hey man, perhaps they're feeding him false information and shit like that, I mean, perhaps they are, man. A lot of genetic facilities association could be part of the deep state, big pharma. Absolutely. It's funny. Like another one, the DOA or DOE. I definitely think is a part, has a hand in UFOs. The Department of Energy. I really think that they have a hand in it. And in fact, I've heard some stories of them being a part of it. From cases that I thought were pretty credible, but it's not like I've seen any documents or anything like that. With story on my YouTube page, I have fleet photos with story on my YouTube page. Awesome. Too bad we're on my page, fuckface. This is fucking what you got, Snap. Why don't you pass us the pictures, man? Let's take a look. Yeah, so yeah, give them a thumbs up, everybody. Mr. Sevensby said thumbs up, everybody. Yeah, go hit that thumbs up button, dude. Give us a fucking like over here. We got a fucking hater, man. I wonder how long we went before we got one. Can't you put that hangout link back up? I had to restart. There you go, brother. Boom, right there. No, not the Department of Education, Don. No, it's the Department of Energy. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, just after hearing a couple different cases involving the Department of Energy, like the guy who with the crash in Peru, which I think, I don't know what it is about the guy, but his story seems just fucking credible to me. I'm not sure why. He could be lying, but it just, to me, is, there's people that you can judge when you say, oh, this guy's full of shit. Well, when I listen to him talk, man, and, and I'm usually a pretty good judge at, fucking calling people out, but him, I'm just like, he just sounds like really up, like he really fucking, he fucking believes what he saw and fucking the shit that happened to him, man, and it all adds up and shit. So, I mean, that's when it talks about the Department of Energy. And then Bob Lazar, actually, he worked at S4, which would have been in the nuclear test site, which is actually ran by the Department of Energy. So, better be on later so I can join it. Well, I will. Don't worry. I wasn't because my shit got fucked up. Like I showed you guys, I had to fucking erase everything and start all over again. So, but yeah, I will definitely be back on, and you can join into this conversation. If we do the same subject, Did you hear about Congresswoman candidate that said she was abducted by aliens? Oh, that fucking that crazy ass fucking Republican fucking bitch. I mean, you gotta understand, a lot of these Tea Partiers are fucking nutsos, dude. And so I don't know. I'm not saying that people don't get abducted by aliens. Okay, you guys know that. You guys know I believe in that, man. But these fucking Tea Partiers, man. These guys are known to be fucking Fruit Loops, dude. So I don't know, man. It's possible though. I'm not gonna say it's not possible. Franco saying DOE has museum in Nevada with alleged UFO crash wreckage on display for your information. Does it? That's interesting that the DOE has a museum in Nevada with, supposed wreckage on display. What do they have to do with UFOs? Well, obviously something, Jason Valance is saying, mad Latino bitch, no matter what party, madness has no preference, hits them all the same. Yeah, that's right, man. There needs to be a Drudge Reports type website for UFOs. That's a right-wing website for UFOs. How unusual, dude. Fucking Drudge Reports, fucking, they make up bullshit all the time, dude. I don't know about that, but Racist as fuck. A judge report? Yeah. You know, just a little bit, man. Shit, dude. Um, yeah, so yeah, it's called the Alex Jones Show, right? Exactly, dude. Here, Cupid. We're talking about the deep state. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, take over for a minute hosting. I gotta go grab a pop. All right, so start just saying something.
Okie doke. You know, put me on the spot by all means. Um, yeah, see, I don't know what you guys think. I do believe in UFOs. I do believe in aliens. Anybody that doesn't, I think is fucking insane. That has to be with the size of the universe. Um, when it comes to abductions, I'm still on the border with that. I do think that it's very highly possible. I mean, the way I look at it is, and this is through a human mind rather than an alien mind, is if we found another planet, say we went to Mars, and when we get to Mars, we find there's these little fucking things going all over Mars. Call it what you like. At some point, we're gonna want to grab one of them and like poke it and prod it, whether it's an insect, you know, something small, whether it's something as big as ourselves or bigger. We are gonna want to poke and prod things. So I do get why, if people have been abducted, why tests would be done on them, because we would do that if we found something on another planet. We'd grab one of them little motherfuckers, we'd roundhouse it, and we'd be like, yeah, let's poke this in there and see if it's got like whatever, you know. We'd run
Right?
all sorts of fucking tests on it. So I understand the concept of people saying, "Oh yeah, I was probed. They shoved the thing up my nose. They fucked about with me eyes. They put a little chip in me or whatever." Um, but I honestly can't say. All of the stories that have come out yet of people saying they've been abducted, although I understand that it's possibly happened, there isn't one case where I can turn around and say, do you know what? I completely believe him. And until
What
that
about
day,
Travis Walton?
sorry,
What about the Travis Walton case?
very interesting. But I've always thought there was something more to that. There was something going on. There was one guy in the group who was a bit of a criminal, shall we say. He was the one guy who, when his test results come back, I think he may have passed one, but then the second one come back as being disputable. You know, um, I think more went on there. I don't know whether that was aliens. I think something happened, but I don't know whether that was aliens or whether maybe they stumbled across something that they weren't supposed to see. Maybe it was a craft that was being developed by humans. Maybe it was back engineered, whatever. But I I don't know. I'm not completely sold on it. And I think I've said this before. I think that is, when it comes to abductions, I think that is possibly one of the ones with the most proof behind it, purely because of the lie detectors. But Travis Walton took a lie detector test years and years later on a fucking television show, and he failed it.
Really? I didn't know that.
I was watching something earlier on. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah,
Do
apparently
you
he
guys have
failed it
any
on the live show.
information though? About the deep state? Is that what you're talking about, Adele? tons of new cases and stuff for us to discuss. In fact, we were just discussing some other ones just a week ago. You know, the thing is that, you know, a lot of times, you know, certain cases just get brought up, or, you know, what we what other people know about. So, you know, it's kind of pointless for me to talk about cases that you guys don't know, or, you know, unless I go and I tell you guys the entire story of it or look into it. If you guys don't know it, then you can't really be part of the discussion, you know. Nothing is infinite unless you believe in God. Why is that? You know, you can believe in the infinite and not believe in God. You know. What up, Tom? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you? I'm at my sister's.
Good, man. What, you watching her dogs?
Yeah, looking after some dogs. Got a few dogs here.
That's cool, brother. So we're discussing the UFOs in a deep state, man. Now we've got it down to the military-industrial complex, the Federal Reserve, and a couple of intelligence corporations, or a couple of corporations like Lockheed, Raytheon, or Northrop, you know, shit like that. What are your thoughts?
I tend to grab a lot of my information from Richard Dolan, because he spends a lot of time sort of
great
philosophizing and theorizing and taking what evidence exists and then trying to make something out of that about what the deep state's doing. And I guess my feeling is I agree with you, Raytheon, Lockheed, like there seems to be, there's a really interesting theory that the reason why the UFO stuff is able to be kept so under wraps and no one really questions is because all of the secret information was transferred to private companies, and those private companies can they can keep it secret legally because it's their private kind of technology that they're working on. And so I believe that. I think Raytheon, Lockheed, a lot of those companies are probably involved somehow in some secret shit that we'd all like to know about. But, you know, I agree with Dolan. I think in the end, it's really about they have some kind of technology that would change the world. It could change the world. It could bring in, you know, kind of an energy utopia, or it could destroy everything. Because if somebody has that kind of power on every street corner, I mean, if it's abused, right? So I think the deep state has their reasons for keeping it secret that are good, and they have their reasons for keeping it secret that are bad.
I agree. I'm going to have to agree with Tom on that. On basically everything Tom just said. I have to agree. You know, because, you know, that's exactly it makes sense. And, you know, and so, and the thing is that, like, where he says you know, there's good reasons to why they're keeping it, and there's bad reasons to why they're keeping it. And, you know, I'd say, you know, like, well, what kind of stuff could be good and bad? You know, I mean, it's really like a point of view, you know, like it's good to keep it secret because if we tell everybody, they'll go fucking crazy, you know. Well, that seems bad to other people, but it seems good to other people. Like me, I don't want people going fucking crazy, not over something as simple as this, you know. You know, especially, you know, like even though I am a UFO experiencer, you know, I think it would be dangerous to society in a sense, because there are so many stupid people out there, and it worries me that, you know, people could hurt themselves over something like that. You know, I think like you have to have like a certain mindset and be around a certain fucking, you know, you have to be an intellectual. You know,
it's almost like that Star Trek episode where, like, if you know how the Picard and the Enterprise, they didn't want technology to fall into the hands of some more primitive civilization, because it would just fuck everything up. Like, if tomorrow we all had free energy, tomorrow, you wouldn't believe the amount of people who would die.
Oh, right, exactly. You know, no, that's absolutely true. And you know, it's funny, like, you know, and I'm not saying like people, you know, not everybody could handle, but obviously, okay, so people like us, you know, Cupid and Tom here and myself, you know, we have you know, we have logic. You know, we use our brains to fucking understand. We have, you know, you want to think about stuff critically, you know, and you know, but we still have open minds. You know, we're still open to the possibility. So we're not going to be scared by the arrival of UFOs or the understanding of aliens or whatever, you know. But there's a lot of people who could just lose their fucking mind. So you'd have a lot of people who are, in fact, skeptics and hardcore critical thinkers who are so hardcore they just don't have open minds at all. They might lose their shit, dude. They might go, oh fuck, dude, and go fucking batshit crazy. And then you might have people who are hardcore believers, but who are straight up potato heads, who might go just as fucking crazy. And you know, and now they're fucking, you know, all the worst fears have come true. All these fucking conspiracy theorists might start going fucking crackpot fucking crazy, and now fucking everyone's gonna be afraid of the aliens, and we have to fucking murder our neighbors because they're shape-shifting reptilians, and you know, you can't tell who's human and you can't trust anybody and shit like that, you know. So I could just see it being bad, dude. You know, Ad Hill saying, I agree, critical thinking is missing from our society. Absolutely. And Mr. Sevensby is saying, but I agree that for our human brains, it's hard to think about something that vast. Oh, they're talking about the universe, man.
Kyle?
Yes, sir.
Going back to the Travis Walton case, apparently he appeared on Fox's Moment of Truth show. And did a live polygraph live on stage, and he failed. Now, I haven't seen that myself, but that was, I can put a link in the chat if you like.
I'd say doing a polygraph live on stage in front of an audience is probably not the best environment for a good result.
I would agree with you on that. Just the stress alone of having to fucking, you know, because it's like, after how many years did this happen? Now it's been what, 30 years that since this happened, or whatever. Who knows when the fucking the lie detector happened? But after so many years after the event happened, yourself, you know, did it actually happen the way I remember? You're gonna start questioning yourself, and now you got a fucking audience, you got a TV host, you got all these other guys are thinking, you know.
Plus, he originally felt like he'd been tortured and deliberately terrorized. But as he grew older and time went on and he got distance from it, he changed his perception of what happened to him, and he began to realize that he'd been accidentally injured by the aliens, and they were trying to put him back together. And it was all a very awkward situation for everyone involved. So because his story's changed in his own mind over the years, that could also affect the results.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that. He brought up a good point. You know, he went from believing like the aliens tried to kidnap him into believing that he had been hit by the field of this craft and it knocked him back, and that the aliens in fact saved his life. You know, they didn't put him back where they found him. They put him back in town, you know, by a payphone, so he could actually call for help and shit. You know, so consider that for a second. You know, you got to consider that that's you know, that may, you know, since he's questioning his, you know, the motives of the aliens and everything, like the, you know, since he's already starting to question it somewhat, will that affect a polygraph test? I don't know. I mean, it's possible, and I think just the stress alone, I think that's a little much. I agree with Tom that that's a little too much, man. To be doing it on live TV in front of everybody, you're going to be so fucking nervous, you know.
The thing is, they say with a polygraph test as well, if you lie over one thing, it fucks up the whole test.
Right.
So, you know, if maybe he's in two minds over, you know, a particular part of his memories, and maybe the way his memories have changed over years, maybe he's unsure, maybe that could fuck up the test.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was just going to agree that, like, I was surprised that he would even agree to do it in that. You know, you got to think a lot of these abductee guys, they become kind of celebrities in their own right, and they start to make a living off of just telling their story. And I don't think that lends itself to polygraph tests very well either. Like, his whole life now is like, I was abducted by aliens. You want to hear my story? Like,
yeah, exactly. You know, and like that's and that's a good point, man. Bringing that up is saying, you know, like that's, you know, that's his whole, that's his, like his shtick now. You know, he does go from place to place touring and you know, and gets paid to go and tell his story and stuff. You know, he's probably told it 10,000 fucking times, and you know, and so you would think that, well, after telling it so many times, that you would just naturally have it down and believe it. But if you question anything that might have happened, if you in your mind come back and say, you know what, this probably didn't happen at this point or something, but I had already said that it did. So I kind of have to keep it going now. And that could fuck up your whole test. Or he was lying. They were lying the whole time. All 5 of them were lying. And, you know, and they did get a paycheck from the National Enquirer. He split like $10,000 or something, where he got $5,000 and like the other 4 gentlemen got like fucking whatever, $1,000 or some shit like that, you know. Harry Toe says he's got tacos and weed. It's a good day. I agree, brother. Yeah, but only for a percentage of people, hypnosis isn't 100% proof. I fucking, you know, hypnosis is really fucking, that's, you know, I don't trust it like, you know, a lot of people do, you know. And so are lie detectors. Yeah, lie detectors too. That's another thing. They're not, you can't use a lie detector in court. Why not? Because they're not 100% accurate. They in fact can be wrong. It's easy to cheat them. You know, it can give, they give false positives all the time. I like the circus freak shows of the internet revolution. Jason Valens is saying the abductees are like the circus freak shows of the internet revolution.
Yeah, my comment there was actually to Don John's comment in the chat. On stage, hypnosis can work, maybe. And that was why I said, but only in a percentage of people, hypnosis isn't 100% proof. You know,
yeah, exactly.
It's very dubious. You know, you try and hypnotize me, Carl, and oh, you've hypnotized me. I was taken away by an alien spacecraft. Woo! Yeah.
Yes. Our friend Jack's Paranormal Underworld is saying critical thinking is something a real investigator does. Absolutely, man. And it's important that, you know, if you're going to investigate anything, and I'm talking not just paranormal, but anything. If you're researching any fucking subject, if you don't use critical thinking, you're going to get lost along the way. You know, it's important to be able to fucking, you know, to decide what's logical, what makes the most sense, and be able to go with it, not just what your gut feeling tells you. You know?
And
your gut feeling is always right.
You have to be able to also sort of
go ahead.
Only have, like, not have enough information. You like, especially with the UFO field, ufology, you always have to begin with not enough information, and then you have to kind of construct a plausible hypothesis and theory that seems reasonable and rational. And that's where the critical thinking comes in, because if you're gonna even attempt to say, this is what I think's likely going on, this was what seems most reasonable, you're even going to attempt to do that. If you don't have critical thinking, you're just going to go right off the deep end, like so many people we see
exactly.
come to the chat.
Consider a police investigator. You know, what do you think about? And now they're looking at it and saying, okay, well, it appears that these drug dealers killed this guy. You know, but you know, this evidence is suggesting he might have been killed by his wife. But he owed these drug dealers money, and here's a threat on their phone saying that we're going to kill you, you son of a bitch. You know, you get what I'm saying? It's the critical thinking you know, so it's not just with the paranormal world, but just with our everyday life. When investigating or researching.
Yeah, innocent people go to prison because police investigators don't execute critical thinking. They make assumptions, you know, and then someone goes to prison who didn't do it.
Some people get executed, you know. Fuck, dude. I mean, how terrible is that, man? You know. Let's see what we got here. Is anyone having problems using iOS and logging into this live stream right now? Anyone on YouTube? If you guys are, let us know. I know Snooch is apparently having some problems with it. Just I would not get hypnotized either. I cannot be hypnotized. It's certain people just can't be hypnotized. I cannot. I would love to be. It seems like it'd be a lot of fun, I guess, but I cannot be hypnotized. I've actually tried it several times.
You've said that before. Why do
Yeah.
you think you can't be hypnotized?
Well, because I've went and had hypnosis to quit smoking cigarettes and, you know, other shit like that. And then, like, at a fucking comedy show one time, there's a hypnotist there, and I just can't be hypnotized. You know, I don't know what it.
You might be able to hypnotize yourself, Kyle, because
I hypnotize myself all the fucking time.
Yeah, a component of hypnosis is consent. It doesn't. You never do anything under hypnosis you didn't at least sort of kind of want to do.
You know, I mean, like, and I want to be hypnotized. I think it looks like it'd be a lot of fun then, because I want to have some good memories of something I don't remember. But I think, you know, like, you know, you can self-hypnotize when reading or when driving your car and shit like that. You know, when you go into autopilot and stuff, you're not even paying attention to what you're doing. You're like, you just drove 10 miles, but the whole time you were writing a song in your head, you know, and then you're like, oh, I'm here, fuck, you know, like fucking that went by quick, you know. So yeah, I mean, you can self-hypnotize, which I do all the time. But as for like being put under hypnosis, I mean, I just don't think it. So like, say I got abducted by aliens, I will probably never know. I would never know, no matter how many hypnotists I went and seen. You know, I just, you know, even if I wanted to, I just don't think it would happen. I don't know. Some people just aren't hypnotizable, you know. And then there are some people who are highly, highly hypnotizable. And like you can hypnotize them and fucking. I actually heard about this guy who was a hypnotist or whatever, who was fucking robbing his patients, fucking blind, man. And he was fucking like his patients. This one of them kept noticing that they're fucking all this money was fucking leaving their bank account, and they're like, "What the fuck's happening to all my money?" And it was this fucking hypnotist who was hypnotizing them and fucking convincing them to give them money. And they're like, "Yeah, sure," you know. And it's like. And that's true too. So they really convinced these people to give them money, and the people wouldn't remember it, you know. So I mean, I know that it's a real thing. It's definitely true, you know. But I mean,
so is being hypnotized the same as meeting an actual alien and getting into your mind with their thoughts?
I wonder.
Telepathy. Is it the same thing, or is it a completely different fucking thing?
I mean, you know, no. This is just speculation. Okay, I have no evidence. Oh, fucking of course, dude. How fucking unusual. Hello, Apache. Oh, there we go.
Here, I know the drill, man.
Put it on mute, dude. That's our homeboy Apache, man. What's going on, brother? So this is just purely speculation. I have no evidence to suggest this is true other than circumstantial evidence. I sometimes wonder and think like possibly it's when the aliens make eye contact with you is when they can, you know, kind of like read your mind or like kind of like speak to you telepathically. But it seems like they have to be making eye contact with you, and it's something about your eyes locking with their eyes that they're able to do this. And that whenever they wanted to really like get a person to calm down and stuff, they would get right up in their face and they would stare like right at them, like get really fucking close, you know, like fucking like boom, and just fucking stare into their eyes. But calm down or whatever, and it seems like it might be something. I've just heard a ton of stories about this, and in these stories, people would always talk about the aliens coming and staring directly at them, and then them being, receiving telepathic thoughts and stuff. So I'm wondering, is it something that has to do with the eyes, and just looking into their eyes, and once you look into their eyes, they make some kind of connection with you, but without that, they don't really have that fucking ability, like they need to be like looking you directly in the eyes for it to fucking happen. Perhaps they can speak telepathically to themselves, to each other, over vast distances, but perhaps a lesser being like us, they need to literally come and stare directly at us to make it work. That's just a thought, man. What do you guys think?
Hey, call yourself a lesser being, bro. I'm no less than no fucking alien.
Yeah, yes, you are, motherfucker.
Fuck you. You know what, though, Kyle? That's interesting that you bring that up, man, because I was watching a documentary called The Crazy Rulers of the World, and they were actually going into, like, the CIA mind control studies where I mean, I don't know if you've seen the guys who stare at goats or whatever the fuck the movie's called.
Oh, yeah.
You know what movie I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course.
The men who
with
George Clooney. Yeah. Well, they basically more or less are testing out the same theory, but they were testing it out in like all the other psychic aspects, like remote viewing, and they were actually developing it for interrogation tactics. Like for instance, the part in the movie where he kills the hamster with his eyesight. The real guy who that part is based on, he was actually practicing an interrogation technique where he was trying to make the hamster panic, and he got it. He basically made it panic, and then he wanted to kill it, see if he could try it, and he killed it. So they said in this one documentary that they were trying these techniques out in Guantanamo Bay, where they would basically bring these CIA sidekicks in, and they would try to interrogate them that way. They were basically researching new interrogation techniques. But that to touch on what you were saying, I think all humans have that innate aspect of ourselves where we're psychic as well, but has shrunken to the size of a fucking peanut. Where like animals, like I think dogs, they actually have an iris on it, bro. So I think it has to do a lot with our pineal gland. And to tell you the truth, man, I think we devolved from the earlier humans that once inhabited this earth. I think that their psychic abilities were much greater than ours, and we just lost the ability to work with our pineal gland, man. Those are my thoughts, though.
No, and that's,
back on mute.
Did you ever read De-Evolution by Michael Cremo, the same guy who wrote Forbidden Archaeology?
Yeah, no, I know a lot of Michael Cremo's work, but no, I haven't read that particular one. But if you wanna just give me the rundown of it,
it's really good. It's talking about how the were in fact a lot smarter and a lot more psychically in tune and shit like that, and we didn't evolve, we're devolving from them and separating and stuff like that. And it's just reminded me of when you said that.
Yeah, more or less, man. You know what? Because like I said, I've developed these ideas after years of research, man. Into microcremo stuff, Graham Hancock, hidden archaeology, all that good stuff, bro. All the stuff that we love, and I've developed this on my own self, because all the ancient religions and myths and everything, they all talked about men that were greater than us. They talk about there was a golden age of humans and whatnot, and I basically I like that idea. I don't theory, because ideas could change, man. Just like have you heard about the tooth that they found in Germany? that belongs to Australopithecine.
I was just reading that, and I'm actually getting ready to do a video on it, and I'll have that video out today, man.
What happened? What's going on with
man.
that too?
Go ahead.
Let's hold off on discussing that.
Okay,
and,
cool.
I want to keep going with what we're talking about, because I got a video coming out on it today, man.
Okay, hey man, yeah, cool, man. I'll check it out later. But like I said, man, you know, like in my theory, man, like, you know, like humans basically, what Michael Cremo, he basically, you know, from what I understand from, you know, his aspect of you know, viewing whole evolution thing, he basically, you know, subscribes to the Vedic text where, you know, humans and ape men and, you know, and gods and everybody, we all live together, you know, from the beginning of time. There was no evolution, you know, in his theory of what, you know, what he thinks was going on. And not only that, you know, in the Vedic texts as well, he takes, you know, everything he takes is from his religion. And it basically, you know, explains that, you know, the world started off with all these species on the earth. And to tell you the truth, man, you know, like I said, that goes back to, you know, to that tooth, what I was saying. So if you want, we'll hold off on it. You know, we will have another live discussion on that tooth, because that tooth is actually, it's really interesting, man.
I want to say something though, real quick. Rob Kazaborowski, hopefully I got that correctly, says it's possible to get demonic entities into your body through hypnosis. I find that interesting because, one, you don't even have any proof of demonic entities existing, and two, you have no proof of that's how you get them into your body, by using hypnosis. So you're already jumping the gun on things that you have no actual evidence for. And yeah, I think you should probably try to hold yourself back, you know, before you start jumping into so many different things with no evidence, you know, before you start going into this whole, you know, demonic
into the whole astral realm, huh? But you know what, man?
Hang on a second. You got to be able to hold yourself back, because when you suggest something that has no evidence, and then you double down on that by saying that this means something else which you have no evidence for, you get what position you put yourself in, you know. It's so it's always good though to try to hold yourself back from going down a path with you know, without a guide. You have got no evidence, so you got nothing to go on. You're just going on, you know, some other shit that you heard somebody else. But I just had to point it out. Sorry. Go ahead, Apache.
Yeah, no, and to touch on what you're saying, man, what that guy said about the demons, what I've been looking into recently, man, and what's been making more and more sense to me, you know, like I said, I look at everything and I make up my own fucking mind, bro. I don't have one set belief, because a belief could fucking change, dude. Tell you the truth, you know, all these beliefs that we have nowadays are just fucking ideas that people came up with, and yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was want to say something else. Our friend Don John said xenomorphs and predators rule as far as movie aliens. Fuck yeah, dude.
You know what? That's funny. That's funny he mentioned that, bro, because I was actually gonna ask you, dude, what's your opinion on the David Icke theory about reptiles, man? Reptilians.
Okay, did you hear that? Did you hear that fucking laugh right there? Did you hear that?
Oh yeah, was that it?
Yeah, did you hear my? Yeah.
You know what's?
Say that me and Tom agree. All right.
Yeah, no. Hey, have you heard about Billy Corgan's, the guy from the Smashing Pumpkins? His story about reptiles?
Oh God, help me.
No.
Yeah, so I was actually talking about that earlier.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, or Sebastian was mentioning it. That he's seen a shape-shifting alien or whatever, you know. And I'm just saying, man, fucking, you know, fucking, you gotta lay off the quaaludes.
You know what?
Man, you know,
it's interesting. The title of this talk was UFOs in the Deep State, and what you just mentioned, it kind of dovetails it back around to the deep state, because what Ike tries to say is that all of these deep state human beings who are shitty people, all of these establishment people who are screwing us over. He tries to say they're reptiles. And he tries to put this crazy idea out there so that people will latch onto that and not simply focus on the fact that there are sociopathic, psychopathic people in power that need to be brought down. Oh no, right. They're reptilians from the planet whatever. We can never defeat them. Like, yeah. You know, it's that stuff, that David Icke stuff, those Alex Jones things, all that crap. I'm almost convinced now that that stuff exists to suck people away from rational, critical thinking and focusing on the fact that real human beings like me and you are evil, do evil things.
Yeah, no, I 100%, man, and you know, and I agree with you 100%. In fact, I even agree with you where it almost seems as if there might be something fucking, you know, some kind of a I mean, how can you be like some of these guys that come out like they want us to? No, truth is, it's probably more or less that it's just the individuals themselves. But I mean, these guys are so prevalent now with spreading bullshit that people don't know what's what anymore. And it's really sad that, you know, everyone seems to fall for this crap. And I mean, and then these guys got followings that are huge. I'm talking millions of people follow these guys. And it's always the same thing, you know, scare you into believe this, to scare you with that, and then fear monger this, fear monger that. You know, our friend Stephen Nixon today was asking me to do a show on the 411 and the missing people and stuff like that. And I was like, I just straight up told him, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not going to spread fucking fear about UFOs kidnapping people or anything like that. It's never going to be any fear mongering.
I saw that documentary. That documentary was falsely advertised. It's not even about what he says it's about. That documentary is horseshit. I watched it just because I wanted to see it. This missing 411. It's garbage. It's a garbage documentary. Mm-hmm. It's mostly about whether or not parents of a toddler, whether the toddler went missing or the parents killed the toddler. That's what almost the whole documentary is about. And then here and there, there's these people who come in and go, "What's happening here? Could it be aliens?" Like it's the worst. It's, you know, shit.
Exactly, man. You know, and it's like when you try to connect that shit to UFOs, all it does, you just become a fear monger, man. You know, and it's just like that whole spreading. You have to stay away from, you know, because I'm like, that's just no good, man. And then, you know, stuff like that is to make people afraid of UFOs. And I remember seeing that police officer who was at a MUFON convention or something, and he was talking about this, about people coming up missing and could it be aliens and stuff. And I was shocked to realize, to, you know, understand it.
Yeah, you know what, dude?
Hang on a second. Don't you guys realize that that this guy's up there fear mongering and spreading fear? And it's going to make people afraid of UFOs, and hence people are going to be even afraid of the subject. And it's no good for the whole community, man. It's just fucking bad medicine, you know.
Yeah, because when you get these people throwing this shit out, the problem is some of that shit sticks, and it fucks everybody up with the genuine stories.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Apache.
Oh, yeah. You know what? In David Paulides' defense, man, I understand what you guys are saying. Trust me, man. You know, a good thing could turn into something ugly real quick. What his original message of the missing people and the national parks not having a register of them, they don't keep any kind of records whatsoever of these missing people, and some of them where you know, they're real weird, where they didn't want to give them the Freedom of Information Act for, you know, like for some stupid reasons, but the points he brings up about people disappearing in these national parks, and some of them being, you know, under really weird circumstances, you know, these are legit points, man. But you know, when you have people compounding, you know, about, you know, like where we were just talking about, you know, aliens and Bigfoot or whatever, you know, then you start, you start saying bullshit or smelling bullshit. But the thing is that he did bring up, you know, a pretty good point, that there's a bunch of disappearances in these national parks, and that they don't, you know, the mere fact that they don't have a roster, that they don't keep track of people who disappear, you know, that's, you know, fucking weird in itself, man. You know, well, so I think that aspect
for that, though.
Yeah.
There's a real good reason for not having a roster. The reason for not having a roster is for liability. The government says, yeah, we're in charge of keeping track of who's gone missing in the national parks. We got a list. As soon as they do that, then now they're responsible for investigating it all. They have to then now assign resources, additional park rangers to assist in searches. It becomes a part of their mandate to worry about who went missing where in what national park. And they don't want to take on that responsibility.
That's exactly what I mean, dude. That's exactly what I mean. He brought this to the forefront, basically, and now you know, once it's out there, since it's out there, the government has to take accountability now. You know what I'm saying? Like if his message becomes you know so big, you know, people are gonna start asking like, what the fuck? Why doesn't the government keep rosters of this where they should? I mean, do you agree?
I don't think. Oh, I don't understand the whole. It's like obviously if he knows the cases, then he has access to these missing reports. I don't understand what the park rangers said. They're not fucking police. They're not the fucking police.
Yeah.
It's their job to keep fucking records of this shit. The police, now that's their fucking job, which is where he got that information. So that's what matters, not the fucking. Not the park ranger. Fucking.
I'm sure every park has a sign at the entrance that says "Use at your own risk."
There you go. Right, that's the fucking answer right there, dude. Use at your own risk. If you're gonna go into the park, you get eaten by a fucking mountain lion. All right, there you go, man.
Well, here is so in the chat. Yeah. There's a lot of ways to die in a forest.
Absolutely, man. We're gonna go back for fast forward. Forgot his fucking papers. Oh, that sucks, man. I do believe in the Travis Walton case, absolutely. Just because one of the dudes had a crime record, big fucking deal. The U.S. got a way of thinking that's just insane. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, but I want to get back on the deep state subject just for a second. I think that there's this one case that I think is really interesting, and it's this guy who did you guys see the serious disclosure project stuff? Was with Stephen Greer, and he was doing an interview with the guy who talked about a crash of a UFO in Peru. You see that one, Tom? Now this guy, okay, so since you've seen it, you can discuss it with me. Now this fucking guy, he fucking
I'm pretty sure I saw it because I saw that movie.
This guy, well, he's not actually part of the movie except for a little couple clips, but he does have a whole interview that's like a half hour long.
Is he one of the whistleblowers? He's one of the whistleblower interviews?
Yes. Okay, I didn't actually see. Well, how long was the movie?
They put clips from those whistleblowers in the movie, but you're right, they don't put their whole thing in. And I've gone into the Serious YouTube channel and I've watched every single one of them, so I've probably seen the one you've seen.
This kid,
probably
he fucking, I don't know what it was about him, but man, I swear to God, he seemed like he's telling the truth, dude. And just the way he just fucking goes over everything and then fucking but he talked about the Department of Energy coming in and fucking like threatening them and shit like that, because they went to this crash site and they're like, you guys weren't supposed to be here. You guys were supposed to guard the perimeter. Why did you come down here? Blah, blah, blah. And then they took him and arrested him. And then they came in and started like interrogating him. And they were like, we're going to straight up put you in a helicopter. And then we're going to fly over the fucking Amazon, over the Peruvian jungle. And then we're going to throw you out of the fucking helicopter. We're going to fly up 15,000 feet in the sky, and we're going to throw you out, and you're going to fall to your fucking death.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the guy, yeah. He said, wasn't he one of the guys? There was another one where a guy was brought in to do IT work because something failed, and he was given an emergency top secret pass, and he went in to do the work, and there was a guy in the room. This is his story. There's a guy in the room who was looking at pictures from the moon. And he said he was all like he was all in this weird headspace, and he said, we found bases on the moon. And the guy was like, what the fuck, dude? I'm just here to fix the computers. And he's like, he said the guy was so weirded out by what he was doing that he needed to tell somebody. But how can you know whether any of those stories are true? Like, how? There's no way to verify.
Yeah, now that
You can
guy,
verify he went there to do the work.
that guy who said that story about the pictures. I mean, I know the exact story you're talking about. I think he's full of shit, dude. I think he just made it because he's not actually, doesn't actually work for, he worked for a company that has nothing to do with NASA and shit. He was there fixing a fucking, like a fucking printer or something. And then he's like, yeah, this guy just says to me, look, we found pictures of bases on the moon. Okay. I mean, like fucking, like, where's your evidence for that, you know? And now this kid I'm talking about, he doesn't actually have any evidence either. However, his was a direct story of saying, listen, this is where I was in part of the military and I was called to a crash. And I was there sent to guard the perimeter of the crash. And as we went down to go and guard it, we saw the crash site, and we went to it. You know. Oh, did you see that, Tom?
Yeah,
you know
yeah. I know what you're talking about. That's the one where the UFO was embedded in the side of the cliff, right?
Yes.
Is that the one?
Yes. I mean,
The side of the mountain.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I know what you're talking about.
Something about that kid that, I mean, he seems like he's telling the truth, right? You know, I mean, I don't know what it is about him, man.
He does come across, you know, some. It's hard. People can lie convincingly, but he comes across as someone who has no reason to lie, and he's just like, though he's either been hypnotized or he thinks that happened. But that I like that one. That one is mucho weirdo. It's very strange.
I mean, you know, and see, Tom made an excellent point that he doesn't, the guy doesn't seem like he actually has the ability to lie convincingly. He doesn't seem like he could fucking act his way out through something, you know? He seems like real simple-minded, and he's just retelling a story that fucking happened to him, you know? And he's just like, oh, so it went down like this, you know? And like, he doesn't seem like fucking someone who could actually like lie their way through something, you know? Like, I don't know what it is. The kid just, you know, he just exudes honesty. Like when he's talking, he just really seems like he's telling you the truth, you know? I don't know if he is or if he's making a mistake, but whatever.
I think there's some people surrounding that incident who claim that downed craft was ours, that it was one of those deep state secret anti-gravity craft.
Alien in it, you know?
Yeah, but he says there was an alien in it.
And it fucking, and it touched his arm. And he said, and this is what I thought was cool. He said, he was like, I don't know why, but I think like the craft is controlled. And he's like, and I don't know why. He doesn't know why he thinks this, but I think maybe it was like communicated through him like subconsciously or something. He's like, but the craft is controlled with their mind, but it's a part of them. And he's like, so the UFO is a part of the alien, and the UFO moves. It's like an arm. You know how you move your arm? That's how the whole that's how you're connected to it. So it's like fucking, it's instantaneously. And it's like a part of your body. And he had such a great
that makes so much sense.
Right?
That makes so much sense if it's a quantum kind of drive, if it's a drive that relies on quantum entanglement, if that could be entangled with somebody's consciousness, and there's a lot of quantum theories that go into consciousness. If those two things could be aligned, then it would be a part of you. It would be like, you're right, your arm, your leg, you would just, when you think I want to pick up a coffee cup, you don't think I want to now pick up this coffee cup and therefore I am going. You just do it.
Well, isn't that the whole story of that one movie, Pacific Rim? Then isn't that how they control those robots?
Well, they use like like advanced DARPA technology in that, dude. You know, which is actually really cool, man. But yeah, I mean, kind of. But I mean, like this was more like it was. This is having robotics. Like Pacific Rim was more of a remote control, whereas they're wearing a suit that would the robots would in fact copy what the suit was doing. Whereas he's saying the craft and the fucking alien are one and the same. That the craft is a part of the alien. You know, it's like
there's no seam between the biological and the technological.
Okay,
there's no.
I get it.
There.
Yeah. It's subconsciously tethering to the yeah. I got you.
Yeah, so you know that's the way he was describing it. I was like, man, what an interesting description of the craft and how it's piloted and stuff. You know, and like in this kid, he at one point he's talking about, he's like, you know, he's like, I don't know, he's like you know, if I could have gone with them, I would have, you know. And he felt so bad for him and shit, man. And he was just saying, man, I wish I could have gone with them, you know, because he's like, I felt like they were scared and that they, you know, and they wouldn't have hurt anybody, and they just wanted help, you know, and shit like that. And like, you know, it is. And the one thing that he points out is that he's like, the guys who came and arrested him and shit, they were wearing jackets that said DOE, you know, and that's fucking Department of Energy, you know.
The thing is, we're looking at this in a weird way. We're looking at it as, oh my God, the aliens can control the crafts with the minds. Well, we're already working on a similar thing where you can control a video game with your mind.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing.
You know,
So if we can do it and it fucking works, somebody who's maybe been researching this for an extra 10, 20, 50,000 million, whatever, however many years, and say it number here, you know, we're fucking doing it already.
Exactly.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, dude, look at that. I got a super chat from fucking Harry Toe. You're the fucking man, buddy.
What's up? What's up? Yeah, no. I actually saw a news story about how somebody's
Dude, duh. Don't you hear that? When you get a super chat, you have to stop everything and give props to the motherfucker who just gave it to you, dude. Duh. Look at that shit. Thank you, Harry Toe. You're the fucking man, dude. Fucking love you, dude. Tacos, weed, and UFO proof. It's a good day. Fuck yeah, dude. I gotta whip out my bass and like play a fucking bass line every time someone does a super chat, dude. That's what I gotta make sure to do, man. I've just learned what fuck. I'm 12 years old and I've just learned what fuck means. Yeah, we have no fucking manners. I know. Fucking poor Augustus, you know, dude, if you can't deal with the cussing, get the fuck off the channel, brother. Hey, buddy. You know, if you can't fucking deal with it, you know, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this right now, Augustus. If you come on here and complain about the cussing again, it'll be the last time you come on here, man. All right? I'm sorry, buddy. You know, fucking, I appreciate you watching the channel and shit, but I don't know how many times you need to come on here and bitch about the cussing. If you fucking come back on here and bitch about the cussing one more time, it'll be the last time you come on this fucking channel and bitch about the cussing, all right? I appreciate you watching it, dude. I'm glad you do it. I hope you have a good time and enjoy the channel, man. But fuck, dude, you know, something's got to fucking give, man, you know? So, I'm sorry, man, right? Right, you guys? Fuck, dude. Hell yeah, dude, you know, I'm fuck, dude, what do you want, man, you know? Because, dude, fucking, everyone keeps telling you, man, fucking, you know, that's like, they're like, this is an adult channel, and we fucking cuss, dude. And I don't know how many times in a row you got to come on here and be like, why you cuss so much? Well, this fucking, it's an adult channel. It's like, what, fucking repeat myself to you? You know, like, what don't you understand, dude? Yeah, because fuck you. That's why. Exactly. You want to know why? Because fuck you. That's why.
Cons nailed that.
God, dude.
Well said, Cons.
Exactly. You know, I love people coming and join the channel, man. But you know, when you do that, man, you're making everybody else not have a good time, dude. You know, and you know, and I'm shocked one of the other moderators hasn't fucking tossed you yet, dude. You know. But fuck, dude. You know, I don't know what to say, man. You know, it's an adult channel, brother. You know, this is fucking, that's it, dude. Anyway, all right, well, I'm gonna get up here. I got some work that needs to be done to get this shit taken care of. But man, I had a great conversation with you guys today. I thought we brought up some interesting topics. And Qvid did a great job of actually joining in the conversation from beginning to end.
Fuck you, Kyle.
So I'm super impressed by that. All right, but I want to thank everyone who came on here today. And what the fuck happened to Sergeant Schill? Where the fuck is he?
Abandoned.
You know, yeah. I mean, what the fuck happened to him? Where the fuck he go, dude? I wonder if everything's okay because usually he's on here, man. But all right. Well, I want to thank everyone who came out, and Harry Toe, thank you for the super chat, dude. That was fucking awesome, man. And everyone else, you know, Cons, Mr. Sevens V, Snooch, you know I love you, brother. Fucking all you guys, man. Alex, everybody. Thank you guys for coming out and joining us today for the show. And I will be back at 8 o'clock tonight. Make sure that you hit the like button and hit subscribe. And also go and hit the notifications button. And also, I did find out that there is some issues going on with my notifications, and they're not going out to everybody. So you guys got to go and make it a point to go and turn on your notifications for this channel, because you will not get these notifications. Some people just aren't getting them. So make sure you go and do that. Go and hit the bell at the top of my homepage. All right, buddy. Apache, thanks for joining us today, you guys. Qvid, thank you guys. And I will see you guys at 8 o'clock tonight, Pacific time, all right? So see you guys there. Oh, and don't forget, go and pick up a fucking UFO Proof T-shirt. The link is in the description below. Go get it so you can look badass fuck, just like Qvid here rocking the fucking UFO Proof hoodie. Why don't you show everybody that shit, dude? Look at that shit, dude. How baller is that, dude? Go pick that shit up, dude. Look at this fucking badass UFO Proof hat, dude. See, I got all kinds of kick-ass gear. Go pick it up so you can come in and join us and look just as fucking fresh as we are, right? All right, you guys. I'm out of here, everybody. UFO Proof out. All right, later, you guys.
It's off.
Device.
I'll bounce. If I say I'm just on Google Hangouts, I don't have YouTube on. But if it's echoing, man, I'll bounce out of here.
All right, brother. We'll see you. You'll be in the comment section. All right, buddy. Yeah, I could hear that echo too, man. I heard Secure Team 10 has genital warts. I don't know where you heard that. That's fucked up.
He didn't catch them off me.
I can't stand that Blake Cousins. He sounds like a pedo. Blake's cool, dude. Damn it, I'm working. Ah, shit, that's fuck, Sean. You're missing the good stuff. Oh, yeah, this is one you would love, dude. Just fucking UFOs in a deep state, man.
When you say Kyle in the deep state, what do you mean exactly?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, for me, I think of the deep state as the military industrial complex, you know? So like, you know, the Pentagon, you know, basically like the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and then like the all the alphabet intelligence agencies, you know, FBI, CIA, NSA, shit like that, NOR, you know. Last night, I was waiting. Yeah, sorry about that. I had some issues with my computer. I had to reset and erase everything on my computer. So I literally have fucking 4 things on my computer, and they're all like video making you know, like software that I had like purchased and downloaded. So that was the shit I couldn't get rid of. And like everything else is had to fucking go. So it's like I had to do like a total fucking reset on everything, dude. It fucking so here, look, I'll show you guys, man. I mean, obviously, you guys have seen my my desktop before, you know. So look, I fucking got rid of everything, dude. Here's a new video that I'm working on. That Igor video I told you guys about. This is some music, and this is just a fucking picture. And then this is basically what I got. I was like, I have to go and fucking like download all my shit again, and you know, it fucking sucked, dude. You know, this is like what I was able to download this morning and stuff. So that kind of fucking sucked, man. So that's why we were having some technical issues, and I wasn't able to get on last night, but here we are today. So back to the deep state of UFOs. So I consider the deep state to be, you know, the intelligence agencies and the Pentagon, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and, you know, basically shit like that. And, you know, I don't even know if the Joint Chiefs are in on it, or, you know, like I'm trying to think. I don't know where like this, you know, any kind of group that would be like MIB, live chat or whatever, on the thumbnail, Cupid.
Right.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's a nice picture of you.
I don't take many nice pictures.
You know. What up, Gyro 420? Rob, how you doing, buddy? Donald Trump is willing to release JFK classified info. Trump is supposed to more JFK files this week. Yeah, I bet, dude. You know. Video homunculus. Oh yeah, that's fucking stupid with the chicken and the sperm or some shit, dude. Something like that.
Oh,
Something.
have you seen some of them, Kyle?
What do you mean there's no thumbs down yet? Are you serious? They haven't woke up yet, dude.
Oh.
The fucking goddamn fucking trolls.
What up, fuckers?
Who's on here?
It's Dave.
Hey, Dave, you son of a bitch. How the fuck you been doing?
Oh, I've been all right, man. Just kind of staying busy. I saw you pop on here. Figured I'd say hey.
I haven't seen you in a fucking couple of months, dude. For you, hell yeah. Apparently you've been real fucking busy. How long does it take you to make dabs?
I quit doing that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you did, dude.
Well, I still smoke my dabs. I don't make my dabs.
You didn't upgrade to meth, did you?
No, I just
He's cooking.
Oh, I dropped my fucking dab rig. Ah.
What are you doing in the garage, man?
Piddle farting around out here. I got a hard top on a Jeep I gotta fix. It's got like 5 feet worth of crack in it, and I gotta rebuild all of it.
Damn, that sucks.
There. Oh, dude, it's ridiculous.
You fucking joined in, man. Good. I haven't seen you forever. You know. For all you guys who don't know,
How you been?
Deadwood. Good. Let me see that. Oh, shit. Good.
Goes all the way across. Price you pay when you're out playing in the hills, being kids.
Oh yeah. So what are you grinding? Are you sanding that down now and what, painting it?
Yeah, I'm gonna grind it all out and cut it down and then refiberglass it back in and body fill it.
Oh yeah, dude.
So what's the topic for the day, brother?
UFOs in the deep state. You know, and I want to start off by saying that, you know, when it comes to both Tyler and Third made some more whack videos for you to debunk. I'll have to go and check them out and see which ones did. You know, I'm reading the comments here. What was saying? Horrendous echo.
All for me?
Yeah. Oh, Dave, you got YouTube on?
I'm just on earbuds and don't have YouTube on.
Turn your YouTube all the way down.
Like I'm just on a cell phone.
What's up, you guys? UFO Proof here. Well, today we're going to discuss UFOs and the deep state. You know, military-industrial complex, government, MIB, shit like that. So if you have any thoughts on the subject and you want to come and share those thoughts with us, you can go to the comment section on YouTube and there will be a link in there for anyone who wants to come on and join us. And don't be afraid to come on and come and say what's up. I mean, if you're crazy, sure, I'm gonna throw you out, but you know, at least you'll get your 15 minutes or whatever. So yeah, just remember that if you join the Hangouts, to turn down your YouTube or just turn it off and just watch through Google Hangouts. That way there's no echo or anything like that. And today, if you come on here, if you're not talking, then I'm just going to eject you because you're just taking up space for other people who want to come on. So we're going to make sure that you're actually in the conversation today and they're not people just sitting there, you know, fucking washing dishes while we're doing our live broadcast or whatever, you know. So if you're not talking, you're getting booted, you know. All right. So let me put the link up here in the comment section. What's going on, Snooch? Sebastian, Derek, how you guys doing? Doing good? Here is the link in the comment section. Please feel free to join. Come say what's up. Fast Rod, how you doing, James? Doing good? It's going good, brother. What up, Leroy Jenkins? What up, Collins? How you doing, buddy? So right now, I'm just kind of saying what's up to all the other proofers who won't come on here, and I know you guys can't see their comments, which kind of
Yo, what's
sucks.
up?
It'd be so much easier if you guys could. Who we got on here?
Yo, what's up, Kyle?
Hey, what up, Raphael? How you doing, buddy?
Cooking?
Doing good? What are you doing? Are you cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking.
Didn't you just hear what I said? You know, I straight up said anyone who comes on here, if they're not talking, if they're sitting there doing dishes or something, I'm kicking them out. Just so
But
you know
I'm
that.
talking. I'm talking. But anyway, I'm not long here. Anyway. So what's the topic today?
We're talking about the UFOs deep state. Hey, what up, QVid?
Hello, gentlemen.
Did you catch the beginning of this episode? Did you catch the beginning of what I said?
No.
No, probably not. I straight up said anyone who comes on here who's not today is getting booted off.
Yo, then see you later.
Face up here. So make sure you're part of the conversation. All right, QVid. And say bye. All right. You better be in the fucking conversation.
Okay.
All right, good deal. So we're talking about the UFOs in the deep state. What the fuck happened to Raphael?
I think
Where
you
the fuck
scared
did he
them
go?
off.
Okay, that would be like people searching for UFOs or whatever, or have info, you know, UFO information. I don't even know what they would be a part of. Would they be a part of the CIA, you know, Central Intelligence, because they gather all the intelligence, you know, or would it be a part of the FBI, because a lot of the UFO incidents happen here in America, so have like a fucking little wing where, you know, they have a couple people who go and study the subject or shit like that. I don't fucking know. You know, that makes me wonder. What do you think, dude?
I would think they'd have a special department for it, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, you know, it's like, let's see what's, you know, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Let's see what they're saying on YouTube. What do you think about Stephen Greer? He has ties to the Rockefellers or someone, doesn't he? He's a fucking chode. All right, that's all I know, man. I was gonna realize I had a lizard tongue. How fucked am I? Very fucked, duh. Yeah, Stephen Greer fucking makes up so much bullshit. Fucking robs people for money, dude. He's a fucking con man. You know, oh yeah, cool, I'm gonna take you out and show you some fucking satellites and claim that I fucking summoned them, and you know, fuck him, dude.
Information like that can't
I
just
agree with
be.
Sean. I half like Stephen Greer. I agree with you on that, Sean, because I do like the fact that he's bringing attention to the subject. I just don't like the way that he is doing it, you know? What'd you say, Cupid?
I wouldn't think that the type of information we would like to hear would be known, like, if you join the CIA, because too many people would know it. So it has to be an individual department, whether it's CIA or whether it's whatever, but it has to be a small department, because otherwise everybody would fucking know about it. You'd get that many whistleblowers, you know.
Yeah.
It's got to be something hidden behind the scenes, and I'm sure if a craft has ever come to this planet and been found, that is so fucking top secret. I mean, imagine the kind of technologies that they could get from finding something that big that has come from outer space, or finding a bloody big craft, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
back engineering it and all of that lark. you know, like the stories we've heard from Area 51 and all that.
Exactly.
It would have to be super top secret, and I'm sure even the likes of Trump wouldn't be told the likes of that shit.
They're not telling Trump shit, dude. It's the same reason,
Exactly.
Bill Clinton asked to see stuff on aliens in Area 51, and they're like, no, like I know Jimmy Carter asked for stuff, they all asked to hear it. I guess what did I scare him off? Probably
I
because
think
he
so.
was cooking food. I don't know, dude. Well, let's smoke a cigarette while we're waiting for motherfuckers, dude. Literally, I see you getting ready to roll one. I was getting ready to roll one too.
Has to be done, doesn't it?
Right? Oh shit, man. So yeah, well, shit, Raphael, the Austrian Taliban, Taliban, that's funny. He left because of my policy. Oh well, too bad. He'll be back.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah, it's funny. It sucks though. Like when I got people come on here and they don't say a fucking word the whole time, and you got other people in the comment section who want to come and join, but they can't because it's all the way full. I'm like, oh well, fuck, that sucks. So I'm like, okay, I got to start just telling people, if you're not part of the conversation, I'm just gonna boot you out so we can make way for other people.
That's not a problem, mate. You should know me by now. I don't speak very often, but if
I know,
you feel
so
as though I should, I do.
What up, Peter Williams? Doing good? Smoky Pot. What up, buddy? Yeah, you get kind of a pass, Cupid, because you've been with the channel forever and you never say shit anyway. But
fuck you, God.
Not as good as I've seen. That's some. Oh, so Fast Rod 43 said he stayed up till 5 in the morning watching meteors. Not as good as I've seen in the past, but someone told me tonight is the peak, so we will see. Yes, that's right. It's nice. It's the meteor shower, and it sucks out here, James. Fucking, I have no sky, Cupid, nothing. There's fucking, you can't see. I mean, at one point, man, I could make out like 3 or 4 stars, dude. It's fucking, it is ridiculous, man. What up, Adele? How you doing, buddy? Look at the thumbnail for this video. What's the thumbnail? What's it look like? Can you see it? I haven't seen what it looks like. A whole nother page on YouTube. Crap. Let's see here. I gotta see it.
It's just you looking at the camera gormlessly.
Oh. That's pretty normal, dude.
300, 700,
Damn it,
even up
dude.
to
What the fuck?
$1,000 of free furniture or accessories with every mattress
That's not what I'm
purchase.
trying to do. I'm sorry about that, you guys. Oh no, I can't go home. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to be discussing UFOs in the deep state. I'm a little distracted right now. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh my God, fucking dude, work. So I had to last night. I fucking I had to reset their fucking computer and erase. It's a picture of you, dude, on the